Herzlich willkommen zu diesem Video. Mein Name ist Melanie Alessandra Moog. Ich bin Literatur- und Kulturwissenschaftlerin und Co-Autorin des Buchs In Zukunft selbstversorgt, Wegweiser in ein autarkes Leben. Das Buch habe ich mit dem leider verstorbenen Biologen und Sachbuchautor Clemens G. Arvay geschrieben. Und dieses Video ist Teil einer Reihe im Zuge unserer Recherchereisen für das Buch. Wir sind unter anderem nach Großbritannien, nach Wales gereist, und zu diesem Video gibt es einen Teil 1, den Sie sich auch sehr gerne ansehen können. In dieser Fortsetzung wird es um das Thema ökologisches Bauen insbesondere gehen, und zwar haben wir das Rundhausprojekt der Familie Wrench besucht und lassen uns dort inspirieren von der traditionellen Bauweise. Ja, wie das geht, so naturnah zu wohnen, das wollen wir uns jetzt anschauen. An dieser Stelle nochmals vielen Dank an Familie Arvay, dass sie mir das Rohmaterial unserer gesamten Recherchereisen zur Verfügung gestellt hat, sodass ich nach und nach diese Filme zusammenschneiden kann, sodass ich auch posthum die gemeinsame Arbeit würdigen und Ihnen mitteilen kann. In diesem Sinne, viel Freude mit diesem Video.
So this is that roundhouse of many roundhouses that exist. We've been living here since 1997, and as you can see, some of it's quite old. Different things have changed since then. Like, we didn't have that porch before, but it's 15 minutes walk up to any kind of a road, and we're down in a valley, so it's beautifully quiet, and the nature all around is allowed to be pretty free, you know. Horses graze around, not in the garden, except if we let them. Sometimes we do. They make wonderful, nice, smooth lawns. And we grow lots of veg and lots of fruit.
Für viele Menschen ist ein autarker Lebensstil rund um alltägliche Dinge wie Wohnen, Ernährung und Energieversorgung ein ferner Traum. Vielleicht eine Idee, die schwer realisierbar scheint. Dabei braucht es angesichts zahlreicher moderner Umweltprobleme dringend nachhaltigere Strategien der Kreislaufwirtschaft, damit Lebensräume des Menschen wirklich zukunftsfähig werden. Besonders beim Bauen sollten wir ökologischer denken. Global gesehen ist die Baubranche für die größten Güterbewegungen, den massivsten Ressourcenverbrauch und die höchsten CO2-Emissionen verantwortlich. Stahl und Zement, Bohrenbetonsteine und Glas fressen kritische Rohstoffe, sind energieaufwendig in Gewinnung, Verarbeitung und Transport. Unsere Wohngebäude sind also Rohstoffbunker, die auf der Ausbeutung von Naturräumen basieren. Wir sprachen mit Tony Wrench, der die 3 Rundhäuser auf dem Gelände eigenhändig erbaut hat. Welche Materialien und Methoden er dafür wählte, das wollten wir herausfinden.
all right, my dear?
Yeah.
The Welsh ancestors,
The what?
did they build round houses as well?
Yes, they did. Yeah. So there, if you look at Celtic, has it got one on the top? No, go back one page. I think the top right. Yeah. What they used, they had a hole in the roof, same as this. Yeah. But it's also got this reciprocal frame. So I designed this as a mixture. Okay, so this is a third of the walls of my workshop, and this part is the straw bale part. So there's a straw bale, several straw bales inside here, and then 3 layers of lime plaster. And you can do things like put a window in to put wood store in straight from the wood store, and it's all mounted on oak rounds. So these are oak in case they get any splashback, and the whole thing has a very low footprint. Okay, so the whole thing is mounted on oak posts on the ground, so there's no concrete used anywhere. These oak posts sit in the ground, and there's a central one, which is a big one, sitting in the ground, and then all is resting on these posts. So the whole thing is about 40 centimetres off the ground. And you can build on a slope like this as well, so it's a very slight slope, and it's accommodating the slope. This third of the wall is cobwood, which is my favourite way of building, really. You have to think in advance about cobwood. So all these bits of wood were cut from our firewood. I would select what I call contenders, about 40 centimetres long, as I'm cutting the firewood, and put them aside for 2 years. And then in between them there is, it's what I call pug, which is a Sussex word, but it's clay, sand, a bit of lime, and then in the centre is pure straw or pure wool, depending upon what I have more of. And then on the inside there's again this pug, and it holds very well, and it looks great, don't you think? And it's a 40 centimetre thick wall, so it's good and solid. So I like the look of this.
Nicht nur die Umwelt wollen sie schonen, sondern auch sich selbst. Bei der Wahl der Baustoffe stand für Faith und Tony Wrench deshalb die Unbedenklichkeit der Materialien ganz oben auf der Prioritätenliste. Was auf den ersten Blick ökologisch erscheint, ist es nämlich oft nicht. Naturbaustoffe müssen unbehandelt sein. Sollen Farben und Lacke zum Einsatz kommen, so gibt es ökologische Alternativen zu schädlichen Substanzen aus der Petroindustrie. Andernfalls können wir mit Hautausschlägen, Atemwegserkrankungen, Kopfschmerzen und vielen anderen Symptomen reagieren. Besonders Kinder leiden proportional gesehen stark unter diesen Stoffen. Etwa 2/3 unserer Lebenszeit verbringen wir durchschnittlich in Innenräumen. Mit den Auswirkungen der gebauten Umwelt auf den menschlichen Organismus befasst sich die wissenschaftliche Forschungsrichtung der Baubiologie. Sie untersucht die vielfältigen Effekte, die unsere Wohngebäude auf uns haben. Es ist mittlerweile hinlänglich bekannt, dass die Qualität unserer Räume einen entscheidenden Effekt hat.
People ask me what wood to use for walls like this, and you can actually use any wood that's local. I mean, I've used all completely local wood. So these big ones, which are fun, aren't they? These are alder. The bottom row is all oak from the woods just down there. And so like if we get dampness or the rain drives down there, then the oak will resist that. But up the top you can use anything really. Insulating woods are quite good, so poplar's quite good, pine is quite good, birch All sorts of wood. All sorts of wood. Alder. Birch, I think. That's probably birch too. Pine. Oak down the bottom. Mainly alder.
Standing on the pavement. Ein Zuhause endet meist als Abfall oder wird sogar zum Sondermüll, wenn seine Bauteile am Ende der Lebensdauer des Gebäudes abgerissen werden. Gebäudebestandteile wie Türen und Fenster hat Tony Wrench deshalb im Sinne der Kreislaufwirtschaft ausgewählt. Bei seinen Rundhäusern stammen viele Elemente aus dem Recycling.
So this third of the wall is second-hand windows that I got from Facebook, and they come from about 20 miles away. A friend helped me carry them because they're extremely heavy, but they're double glazed, and so they're good, and they provide a nice vista from the inside. And I've got a little experiment here, which is this grapevine goes through a hole in the wall. He's in the ground there, but goes through a hole in the wall and all the way up this window and the next window. So I'm hoping to get an interesting crop from in there.
Der sinnvolle und sparsame Gebrauch von Materialien ist heutzutage wichtiger denn je. Nicht nur können wir auf diese Weise individuelle, ästhetische und ökologische Standards erfüllen, sondern im Vergleich zu gängigen Materialien kann das nachhaltige Bauen auch noch besonders kostengünstig sein.
Okay, this roof, as you can see, is a reciprocal frame, which means that everything leans on itself. I've left this post here because it was a bit wobbly. It's local ash. It was a bit bouncy. So I've put this back, actually, a piece of hazel, and it serves lots of purposes anyway, including where to put my plectrums. But anyway, in the roof there is slab wood, which is spare wood. Inside the roof there are about 10 duvet covers that you can get second-hand very cheaply from charity shops, stuffed with raw wool. And so this roof is insulated with about that much raw wool, and also some cork that I got from a friend, basically. And so it's cork and raw wool, and then plastic agricultural on top of that, agricultural plastic doubled over, so as strong as you can get it, really. And then about that much, 40 millimeters of soil. And this itself is 2 coach windscreens. So on the roof, there's instead of grass or thick soil, there's just about that much soil, and sedums, sedum, yeah, sedum, which they're a bit like, they're halfway between plants and cactuses, and so they retain water. And so there's been a drought. This whole roof should be dry and parched, but it's doing very well, actually. And also they flower bright yellow, these plants, these sedums, and so a month ago this roof was a riot of yellow, bright yellow. Et voilà. And I turn it off. to drop that bit. I was in the same band as Emma. We played in the same band for several years, and I built this little. She used to have to come over. Welcome to my compost toilet. It has 2 chambers. One fills up and then stays for a year, 2 years, decomposing, and the other chamber fills up. So you don't have to touch the shit until it's perfectly crumbly, nice compost. And I made this during lockdown. Doesn't have any plastic in it, a little bit of spare rubber up there. Otherwise, these shingles are made by a friend. So I ordered 300 shingles, and it's a big space at the back, because I've noticed that living off grid and stuff like we do, you never have enough space for twigs and for shavings, wood shavings and small stuff. So the back is full of shavings and twigs, basically, which is an extra bit of storage. Then I was just saying, see this stuff, I should take that away in about 3 days' time, I think. There's a lot of stalks there, but there's also the skins. Mm-hmm. So like I'll take this stuff off in about another 3 days, I think. Mm. In France they say à l'ancienne means you leave all this stuff for about 3 weeks, but nowadays they take it off quite quickly. Well, normally there's about 10 birds on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Different birds and things, really. Different plants to learn.
Yes.
No.
I would love to.
But through her you would probably find Maria Gabriela Ward.
Yeah. Mostly connected with wildlife.
Right.
You know, I've spent a lot of years in South America and Spain.
Right. Down, so they were doing it all on Zoom, you know. So like Laura Shannon was doing the healing power of women's dance with Laura Shannon, but you know, it's like, so she goes off into Greece and stays in the villages and gets the special dance lessons that women do for particular things, like when a girl has her period starts, the menage dance, the women dance. It's strong in Greece because it was never crushed by the Christians. They kind of adapted and left out the pagan bits, you know, kind of. Are you involved with that? No. It's quite a lot of it in Germany, there's a lot of groups there. You know, folk dances, but simple.
Oof.
Yes.
At the same time you can prepare something.
Yes, and hot water. You get plenty of hot water. I've got another big kettle which sits on there, and again, you know, if you need hot water for washing up, whatever, there's plenty. And we've got, now that we've got one solar panel.
Here we go, my dear.
I gave up having a washing machine muttering away in the corner and grumbling about how hard it is to turn all this washing around. Oh no, bang, 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 bang. I don't have a washing machine at all. I wash everything by hand with my nice special thing, pusher. And I gained being able to hear nature around me all the time. And so I'm so happy because my ear has become so rich, you know, and my musical sense has improved actually. I play more music and it feels the natural thing for me to be walking among plants and mud, but also simplicity, just simplicity, the directness of coming out. There's my onions, there's my leeks. I will dig one of those, I will cook that. That feels right.
Well, they've got some.
Which kind are they?
These are the what's the name? Romeo. These are raspberries, of course, as you know. And these beans, we call these beans.
I don't think they're late. It's just
we're early. Yeah. And
See
those potatoes.
That poor bed there, all the leeks and stuff, they were completely covered by the chickweed.
Yeah.
You could have this bed, that bed,
Oh,
that bed.
damn, could I?
I think.
For raspberries.
Yeah, or maybe even that one instead, which had the beans in and this
Oh,
one.
no, that's too
That
generous.
one.
Yeah. So they're all, and they were all.
I'm hearing.
Here, this house is has electricity from several solar panels.
Bought them from a carpenter, but in two little tubs.
Yeah.
And you can take one tub there, right? See them? Yeah. Yeah, they're good. And they're light, they only need that much soil. So you don't need a big weight of soil.
And those are absolutely produce more than we need most of the year, but except in the darkest time of the winter when there's not much sun. And then we rely on our windmill, which is over there.
Ich hoffe sehr, dass Ihnen dieses Video zum ökologischen Bauen und Wohnen in Wales gefallen hat. Und ich lade Sie dazu ein, mir ein Like und einen Kommentar zu schenken. Gerne können Sie auch meinen Kanal abonnieren. Weitere interessante Videos zum Thema Selbstversorgung, Autarkie und Nachhaltigkeitskultur werden folgen. Weiterführende Informationen zu diesen Themen finden Sie in unserem Buch In Zukunft selbstversorgt, Wegweiser in ein autarkes Leben. Ich wünsche Ihnen alles Gute und bis bald, Ihre Alessandra Moog.